We are carrying on from the last tutorial where we got up to just putting this man in. Okay, what we want to do now is we want to add this woman, we want to add the camera, the phone. Okay, so let's get straight into it. We got a bit to do. What we need to do first is we need to bring that where is she, the woman, this picture here. Okay, this is from the folder that you downloaded from my website. Okay, just select the woman, left click on the woman, drag her into Photoshop, and there she be. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to do the same technique as we did last time, which was magic eraser tool. Now like I say, this doesn't work on all images, but hopefully this is the easiest and quickest way to delete the background. So let's try it. I just left click once in a white area. Okay, and yep, that looks okay to me. Now in CS4 it's a bit different than CS3. Okay, in CS4 you've got these bars at the top now. Okay, now if you want to make them into individual windows, just right click on the bar and choose move to new window. Okay, you don't actually have to do that in CS3. I do actually like CS3. Okay, so with the move tool selected, I just want to grab the woman and drag her into our picture, and let's have a look, see how she's looking. And yep, not too bad a job considering we just clicked once. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Control T, that's the free transform, and I'm just going to make her a little bit smaller. Okay, bring her up into her position. I still think she looks a bit big. Okay, that looks alright. Okay, and then I'm just going to move her up, and there we go. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add that effect that we had before. So I'm just going to zoom in just so you can see. I want to add that outer glow effect. So you come to your layers palette, and as always we have a new layer because we dragged the woman in. After we've done this, we're really going to have to start naming these layers. We're going to get really confused. So with the woman layer selected, okay, the woman layer, mine's called layer 5, just double left click in an empty area. This will bring up our favorite tool here, the layer style, and we just want to add outer glow. Okay, and we want to just make the size that little bit bigger just to make it that outer glow effect, and I'm going to hit OK. Okay, now as you can see, as we've added the outer glow, it's actually gone over this blue bar, and that's not really what we want. The best way to sort this out is, this is the woman layer, layer 5, and this layer 1 here is the blue bar. What you need to do is bring the woman behind the actual blue bar. So that means now the blue bar is above the woman, which therefore means this will show before this. Okay, so it gets rid of that yellow underneath. And there we go, we got the woman in, we got the man in. We are looking very, very good. Okay, next thing I want to get in is I want to get the telephones in, the iPhones. Okay, so let's come back to our folder, choose iPhone. I'm going to drag that in. Here is our iPhone, and what I want to do again is just with the move tool selected, drag this into our picture. I'm going to close that down. Okay, and as you can see, it's way too big, so I'm just going to Control T, bring it down, make it that bit smaller. Okay, move it into position. It's probably still a little bit big. That's about right. Okay, and there we go, there is our phones. Now what I want to do is I want to put these phones behind the banner. Okay, the best way to do this, as I've shown you in some other ones when cutting out graphics, it's just an easy way. I like it, and these tutorials are all about keeping simple. We just choose the rectangular marquee tool, and where the top of the banner is, you can see it. I just want to drag a line across there, come down, hit delete, and that means now it gives the effect of the phones being behind the banner. And we also have a slight little problem here, and that is we got these black color still coming through from the picture. So back into our layers, find where the phone layer is, which happens to be here, layer 6. Okay, I now want to add a mask to it by using this icon here. And with my brush tool selected and black and white, black as my foreground color, I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to delete out this black. Okay, so I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to delete all the way around to get rid of this black. Now the great thing about the masks is, you know, when deleting, I use it all the time. When deleting finicky stuff, should I say, because the good thing about it is if you make a mistake, all I have to now do is switch to the white foreground color and it will paint back in what I just deleted. Okay, so we don't actually here, we don't have to be too, like here I just deleted too much. If I click X on my keyboard, it makes the white the foreground color and it just brings it back. It's just, I love this mask. Okay, oops. Masks really they are, if you're wanting to delete, they're really the best option available. Okay, so there we go, we've now taken it out. It's looking pretty good. If we wanted to, we could come into the layers, and with that layer selected, we could bring down the opacity just to make it not look as bright as it was. That is that. We've got our phones in. Next thing we had in that banner was we had this phone here. Okay, and you notice it's all sort of shriveled up, it's sort of wobbly. That's easy to do, and I'll show you how. Come back to our pictures. Where's the phone? Here it is. Drag it into Photoshop, and we're gonna have to come in with the pen tool. Okay, and we're just gonna have to come in and we're gonna have to cut this image out of the background. It's going to be a lot easier with the pen tool. So make sure you select this icon here, okay, and click once, click twice, come around the corner, click down, come around the corner. I want to show you a little technique here. With the pen tool used to make me insane. Okay, so I want to show you a little technique. As we come around the corner, if we carry on clicking, it happens to be okay here, but what you can do is you can delete one of these handles. Okay, and the easiest way to do that is in between there's a little square, they call it a knob or something. Hold down Alt on your keyboard, click that, and what that does is delete one of the handles, which then makes your life a lot easier. I can then come in and click again. We got a corner here, so click and drag. Okay, click and drag, and again you see this square node. Let's just hold down Alt, click on that, that will delete it. I'm just going to come up to the top, I'm going to click on the last one, and I'm going to drag, and there we go. That is our selection. Now that is our path. Okay, now what we need to do is make it into a selection. Okay, hold down Control on your keyboard, hit Enter on your keyboard, and you'll notice the running ants going around the camera. What we need to do now is hold down Control again, hit J on our keyboard, and what that does is it makes it into a new layer, as you can see here. So that selection we made with the pen tool, we Control Enter to make it into a selection, and then we Control J to make it into its new layer. Now what I can do is, if I right click, move to new window, now what I can do is grab that layer called layer 1, drag it into our Photoshop that we were just working on. Okay, there it is there. You'll notice we've now got our camera in. I now want to select the move tool, bring down the camera, okay, and I'm going to Control T, and I'm going to zoom it in a bit. Okay, just holding down Shift allows me to zoom it in. Double click. Now as you noticed, it had a ripple effect. It had an effect of being blurred and unedged. So all you do for this is with the lasso tool, just the normal lasso tool selected, make a selection around the object, in our case this phony telephone thing. You then need to come up to Filter, Distort, Ripple, and this will bring this menu up where you can just add whatever ripple you want. Hit OK, and there you go. That's probably a bit much, but hey, it's offering a real funky look. And then we can just move it, and what we can also do, if we really wanted to, we could do a Control T, and we could just rotate it a bit just to make it not look so cardboard box styling. Let me zoom out. There we go. We got a rippled phone in. Okay, we got a woman in, we got our phones in. We are looking good. That's it for this tutorial. The next tutorial will come in, add the text, finish this off, and then we can move on to the main content area. Take it easy.